I miss
Well,
him.
we've got to send lots
Very
of love
sad.
to Father
We
Neil at
have.
the moment. Yeah, so lots of love
Absolutely.
coming his way.
Yeah, I miss him. I'm going to go and try and see him this afternoon if I can.
Are you?
Yes.
This is good news. Please give a big cutchy hug.
I will.
Yay.
Absolutely.
We love hugs. How are you getting on, Reverend Sophie? How are you doing in this heat?
Oh, I like a bit of heat,
Okay.
actually. But I'd rather not be working in it.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
I'd rather just be sort of lounging around in it, reading a good book.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Lovely.
I'm not sure that the Archdeacon and the Bishop will like that.
No, although presumably you have a good book to read.
I do. Do you know, I'm reading this book at the moment. What am I reading? I'm reading, it's called The Parable of the Sower, but it's not actually about
A parable.
a parable of the sower. But it's by Octavia Butler. And if you think, well, it says on the front, brilliant, endlessly rich, pairs well with 1984 and The Handmaid's Tale. So it's kind of like a
bit dystopian. Oh my goodness.
Yes, but interesting, very interesting. I'm only sort of a quarter of the way through, so I'll let you know how I get on.
There you go.
Yeah, but I've read another of her books before, and that was very good.
What are you reading, G?
Oh, I'm reading Facebook because all of that conversation with some of those big words has just gone right over my head. I'm like, oh, well, I've
which
no
word was it that got you? Was it dystopian that got you?
Dystopian?
Dystopian. Dystopian.
What does that mean?
Dystopian, where the future looks a little bit bleak and a little bit, usually a bit grey.
Yeah, a little bit miserable.
Oh, I don't want to know that word then.
No.
I don't want grey things and futures and things like that. No.
Yeah, and you're kind of watched around every turn. And
have you seen The Handmaid's Tale, Gina?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. So I'm totally oblivious to it all. It just doesn't make sense to me.
It's probably sensible.
I heard mixed reviews of the last episode. That's all I'm saying.
I haven't actually watched Handmaid's Tale. I've read the book, but I've not read. I very rarely watch TV programs. I tend, apart from NCIS and Silent Witness. So if I'm going to watch something on TV, it tends to be along the lines of crime. Like Agatha Christie, Silent Witness, NCIS, anything that's crime related. Some wrong-uns. I like to see a good bit of putting the wrong right.
Well, and maybe we've got some wrong-uns here that we need to look over now. Should we play the music?
Go on, I'm ready to dance.
Thursday morning, let's have a bit of a dance.
These are my confessions. These are my confessions. These are my confessions.
Oh, I feel better now. I like that.
So good. Our confession for this morning. Council of the Breakfast Show and Alive and Kicking, I seek your forgiveness, for I fear I may have done wrong. Some time ago, I used to run an Airbnb. It's a wonderful little homestead, a home away from home in the wonderful countryside. But with it being in the countryside and lots of our guests coming from the city, I offer Wi-Fi free to the guests so they can still stay connected to their friends and family, and even a cheeky check of the emails from the office.
Nice. Okay.
However, this Wi-Fi, I feel, should only be extended to those that have paid for their stay at the Airbnb. So when time to check out comes, I expect the property to be vacated.
Yes.
And the devices are no longer connected to.
Agreed.
So imagine my surprise one day when the checkout, being 10 a.m., has passed, and the residents are still in the driveway, in their car, on their mobile devices.
Shocking.
Terrible behaviour.
Even though the time has passed, I've got a suspicion that they are using the Wi-Fi from the Airbnb, despite the fact that they should be off either heading home or enjoying the next part of their holiday. From the kitchen on the other side of the house, I spied them. And I thought, I'm not having this. So I sneaked graciously from one side of the house to the other where the router of the Wi-Fi is, thinking, I'm not having this. I crawled under the window so that they could not see me from their car as I quickly, slowly and steadily reached to the plug to flick off the Wi-Fi so they could no longer sponge off their holiday Wi-Fi that has expired from 10 o'clock. I then, still on my hands and knees, crawled back under the window and reappeared in the kitchen like nothing had happened. A few moments later, the tenants left.
Yes.
Am I forgiven for maybe getting in the way of a really important work email or a FaceTime with a loved one as they continued on their holiday, whilst I gleefully smiled in the kitchen thinking, yeah, the next guest need that Wi-Fi now.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Gina, some first thoughts.
Well, that's hilarious. And yes, when your time's up. That's what I say. I'm going to go straight in. Yes, forgiven, because your time is up. They were taking the mick a bit, weren't they?
What I want to know is just how long after 10 o'clock they were, because I'll be honest, I'm usually a bit of a late checker outer, or like on time.
Yeah, just sort of pushing it a little bit.
Always pushing it a little bit. And then I'm thinking, before I go on my journey in the countryside, let's just quickly run through all the emails and all the bits I need to do, and then I can leave happy and content.
Yeah. I suppose if it was sort of like 10, 15 minutes or so, then that's a bit harsh. But if it was longer than that, then I'd say, yeah, your time's up. I suppose we don't know that.
What about the sneakiness of it, though? Hiding under the window, not to be seen. I suppose they could have got out there waving around, you need to go now, and made a real big scene. Reverend Sophie.
I agree with you there. I think they could have made more of a scene. I just want to know who it was that was creeping along there. That's the best, hiding and then reappearing. What was it in the kitchen? In the kitchen, just like, hey,
everything's fine,
like a meerkat, like a little mini meerkat going from one place to another. Yeah. It drew to mind experiences with my teenagers. I mean, they're a little beyond me telling them when they can and cannot play on their devices now. But when they were younger, certainly I may have had a little gadget on my phone.
No, you had the power.
I had the power just on my phone. Off. Yes. So a certain time of the day came and it was like, that's going off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you're no stranger to this kind of barbaric treatment of guests.
But you didn't creep down on your hands and knees.
No, I just turned it off.
Yeah, off, and not say a word. Just carry on as if everything's. Oh no, it must be broken. Sorry, bed night.
My dad, when we were kids, when I was a kid, obviously we didn't have such things as Wi-Fi and internet connections at that point, but we did have electric and TV, and if we were watching TV when we shouldn't have been, he'd just turn all the electric off.
Yeah.
just straight to the box.
Straight to the box, turn it all off. So so it's
not anything new then.
New.
This has been happening for a long time.
Yeah. I think it's it's my property.
Yeah.
And you'll live by my rules, or in this case, you will visit by my rules.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair enough.
And that time's expired, so you're no longer bound by anything.
Don't take
Get
the mickey. Out. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, if you just joined us, we are looking at the plight of this wonderful couple who are on holiday, having a lovely time, but they had checked out and they were using the Wi-Fi in the car after the checkout time, and the host turned off the Wi-Fi, taking the mick there. But they did it sneakily. Do you forgive? Gina, you've already jumped straight into the defense of the homeowner.
Yeah, I'm going to forgive because, if it was, but we don't know how long it was after. If it was sort of 10, 15 minutes, then I wouldn't be forgiving. But actually, so am I forgiving or not then? Because we don't know how long it was, but I'm guessing that they have really sort of overrun their stay. It's got to be half an hour or more, even going up to an hour or something. And then they've sort of said, I need to get on and start sorting this place out. I can't do it till you go.
Well, and that actually brings me to my next point, actually, is you might have been going out yourself afterwards. And you might have been doing that wonderful environmental thing, turning off all the power as you go. So actually,
it could have been holding someone up.
But the intention definitely wasn't that, though, was it?
Yeah.
No, the intention was definitely getting rid of the people off the drive.
Yeah, so that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? Helen's been in touch. I forgive because it's a small business and personal business. However, Helen's confession coming out. I do tend to enjoy using a hotel facility like the swimming pool after checking out, but they're a big business and they expect it.
Yeah, I think that is expected. And some hotels allow people who are not
allow you
come in.
This is true.
So maybe
they've literally got rooms to store suitcases and baggage, so you can do
and
that.
I will say that a lot of hotels, they just want you. A lot of places they want you out of the room. It's not the facility itself, maybe, but when it's just a home or whatever, if you're doing Airbnb, then you need them out of that thing because you've got cleaners. They're booked to come in and sort it out. So it's like a hotel. Yes, they need you out of the room, but you can use the other facilities. But this isn't a hotel.
No, but they had vacated. That room could have been turned around. What's the problem with a little bit of Wi-Fi use?
Yeah. We're obviously getting on the person's nerves, so yeah.
Reverend Sophie. Reverend Sophie.
I think that this is one of those situations where the person that owns the BNB probably needs forgiveness, but I don't think there's really anything to be forgiven. I think they were perfectly within their rights to do that. But also, I'm making assumptions about the
yes.
But also, I think that there needs to be some forgiveness on the part of the two people that were sat in the car, because well, we all do these things, don't we?
Yes.
If we can take it, we will. If we can spend that extra few minutes, like Helen said, if you can get in the swimming pool, then we'll take it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna, argue with that. So if there's a freebie, we'll take it. We're a bit like that, aren't we?
We are like that.
Humans generally.
Yeah.
So I think there needs to be, the person in question needs to forgive the people that were in their drive.
Right. Okay. So, well, we've got 3 forgivens.
So we are forgiven. There we go.
So there you have it. And I do agree, actually.
Yes.
Terms and conditions are terms and conditions. And I often love bringing confessions back to a legal standpoint. They're checked out.
They are checked out.
Sling your up, mates.
Yep.
Yeah. You are the lawyer of this show.
Yeah. The Wi-Fi is turned off now because you've left. So that means that unless we have another dissenting view, I think it's a clean sweep of forgiveness.
Clean sweep.
Let's
get ready.
Oh, we've been sent something else.
So
I think we can put our hands to the sky, can't we? Woo-hoo! Yay! This one here. Forgiveness be upon all parties involved in this morning's confession, and go forth and find your own reliable Wi-Fi, or maybe one of those little hotspots you can carry around with you.
Yeah, that's
a good
idea.
They're great, they are, if you're out and about touring all the time.
Yeah.
Excellent. Alive and Kicking on Sunday morning.
Alive and Kicking is on Sunday morning. You are right. You're going to ask me now what we're going to talk about, aren't you?
Unless you really want me to swerve that question.
I think you should swerve that question.
Let's swerve that question. You enjoying the sunshine today? We should definitely do that. Excellent. But it'll be on. It'll be there.
Oh, it definitely will be there. Yes.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Well, we look forward to finding out what that is. We also look forward to finding out you've got the busy Saturday as well, haven't you?
I have got a busy Saturday. I'm taking a group of people on a little mini pilgrimage to St. David's.
Love
That's exciting.
We love in this weather. Hydrate, sun cream, hats.
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we've got lots of exciting things coming up over the next few weeks as well.
Oh,
We've got youth pilgrimage and festivals, and it's very exciting.
Oh, we'll save that for What's Ons.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We'll do that on our What's Ons. Gina, what's coming up next here?
We are going to be playing Unscramble. We've got some letters for you today, trying to get you into that main prize draw at the end of the month for an annual family pass to Folly Farm, and also we'll be celebrating. So if you are celebrating today, last chance to WhatsApp us now, 01437 764455, and get your celebration message in.
And if all goes well, we're going to get some of the cast of Moana Junior on.
Oh, my word. That's amazing.
I know. It comes to Boulevard Theatre tomorrow. We're going to find out what's in store. So don't go anywhere. An update of events with Reverend Sophie in the Pembroke Coast National Park on the way next. And we'll take a look, another look at the roads with Link Taxis. It's just gone 8:20. Thank you, Reverend Sophie.
No worries.